Harry and Meghan are coming back to Britain, but this time there is another question following them home. Who is going to pay for their security? Because if the Sussexes want to return to Britain as private citizens, should British taxpayers really be expected to pick up the bill for protecting them? This is not just about Harry and Meghan anymore. It's about millions of pounds of public money and whether the British public should be paying for it. For years, Harry has insisted that security in Britain is one of his biggest concerns, and his fears should not simply be dismissed. But there is an important point that cannot be ignored. Harry and Meghan chose to step away from their roles as working royals. They left Britain, they built a private life in America. They pursued commercial opportunities and financial independence, and now they are planning a much more significant return to UK. Which brings us to the uncomfortable question. Can you leave the institution but still expect the institution to provide the protection? Welcome back to The Real Celebrity. If you have not subscribed, kindly go ahead and subscribe because as this story unfolds, you won't really want to miss what happens next. Let's make something clear. Harry and Meghan have not simply been handed a taxpayer-funded security package. Their security arrangement remains a matter of relevant authorities and threats assessment. But the possibility of a state-funded protection has triggered a major debate. And according to the polling reports by The Independent, 71% of British adults opposes the government funding for the Sussex family security. And it raises a very simple question. If the majority of the taxpayers don't want to pay, should they have to? Because this is not money coming from the royal bank account, it's public money. Money that could be spent in policing, hospitals, schools, and other public services. And then there is King Charles. Whatever have happened between father and son, Harry is still his son, and Charles is still a grandfather. If Harry's return means the king gets more time with Archie and Lilibet, there is obviously an emotional side of this story. But family reconciliation should not automatically become a taxpayer obligation. The king can welcome Harry home. He can rebuild their relationship. He can see his grandchildren. But should the British public have to finance the security arrangements surrounding the private family relationship? And perhaps that's why this issue has become so explosive. Harry and Meghan have spent years demanding independence from the royal family, but now they are returning to Britain. They are coming back to the country and potentially asking for protection from the very state they stepped away from. And critics are asking, where does independence end? Because you cannot demand to be treated like a private citizen when it suits you, and then expect royal level privileges when you need them. If there is a genuine threat, protect them. But if private security is sufficient, why should the taxpayer foot the bill? So here's my opinion. Harry and Meghan absolutely have the rights to return to Britain. They have the rights to live there. They have the right to raise their children there. And they have the rights to demand that genuine security threats are taken seriously. But it doesn't mean the taxpayers should automatically be responsible for protecting them. If the intelligence says state protection is necessary, then protect them. But if private security can do the job, let Harry and Meghan pay for it. Because this is not about whether we like Harry and Meghan, it's about something much bigger. But what do you think? Should Harry and Meghan receive state funded security? Or should they pay their own bill? Let me know in the comment section and subscribe to The Royal Celebrity because as their return unfolds, one question could become impossible to avoid. Who is really going to pay for it?